I really kind of would like to talk about then is about networking, right? So that's what you said. You're ready to go network, right? And you're wanting to know how to get them interested in your business.
Yeah, well, that's the two parts. Like the network is find new people and new circles of people. That's okay. My stock is where I'm stuck is in the people that I already know that I haven't reached out yet, and I would like to reach out. Some people, there is this lady that I know she will be amazing for this business. We're going to go for a walk, and she told me many times no. And I don't want even to tell her again because I don't want to be like, she just looks at me because she wants to me for me to be in her business. I don't want to become that kind of person. So that makes me
Then
think too
don't ask
much
her.
on the people I know.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
ask her. Don't ask her.
Okay.
You want to attract people to you that are for you. And if she's told you no, a way that you could revisit it, it just depends on how long. It's like, hey, by the way, we've got a something, something going on. Any interest in that? Just to check to see if anything's changed. That's it. And what if she what is she gonna say? No, nothing's changed. Or uh tell me more about that. That's it. Those are the options. So, I think the problem that we get into is we're anxious about what other people are going to think of us. When it can be a natural part of conversation. If you're regularly walking with somebody or you're walking with them periodically or you see them and you haven't seen them in a while, you know, trust your gut on when to approach them. That's what you really become intuitive, like, almost like I need a sign. You really do read the signs. So the most important part about networking or showing up at a and visiting with somebody is catching up with what they're doing. You will know whether or not you can go in comfortably about the business. And what you want to do is make sure that you leave the door open no matter what, right? That's all that you want.
Mhm.
And so sometimes people will come in and they're like, hey, but usually here's how it happens. You're out there talking about and you're still doing it and things are still going on for you. And then 6, 8 months, something goes on with them and they're like, hey, what you doing? How are you doing in that business of yours? People will reach out to you that way, right? If they're interested. And you tell them what's going on. And then, hey, would you like to see a little bit more? And that's it. So the thing to always remember is to leave it open for the other person to make that choice. And at the same time, trust your intuition to go in, right? So now your talents, Talia, you have harmony high, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're coming to me. Your harmony is asking this question because you're anticipating rocking the boat. So what I would
Mhm.
like for you to do is to lean in to your empathy and trust what you feel. I have Holy Ghost bumps. I know that for you, feeling is the way. So
Mhm.
like, let me ask you, like,
Mhm.
I just got those Holy Ghost bumps. That tells me that is my own uh way of expressing that I feel like I've got it for you. Like, it lean
Mhm.
into your empathy and trust your empathy. A lot of times you don't, not you. A lot of times empathy has trouble trusting what they're feeling. They're constantly second guessing because they're really looking for exterior outside confirmation. But you know what? Empathy is a superpower. Like, you know what you know, and you know that you
Mhm.
know that you know, right? And
Mhm.
so that
Mhm.
is like this. Really, it really is because it allows you to build relationships with people so they don't ever have to say a word. Okay, so let me give you an example. This lady that you're going to go on a walk with, you're going to sense and feel the minute you say something about how you're having so much fun in this business, you're going to feel the wall and you're
Mhm.
going to know, hey, she's still not open. And you have
Mhm.
to trust that. I want you to trust that because
Mhm.
that is how you sense and feel. Your harmony is naturally concerned about the relationship. So it's always looking to make sure. But the way you're going to help your harmony is with your empathy.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is that helpful?
Yeah.
So
Very helpful.
the words
Thank
aren't
you.
magic. Well, the only words are that are magic. Let me just help y'all, if you don't mind, about networking, because this is really, really important. If you will focus more on the other people, well, I don't know what this is. Somebody's sharing this
Oh,
document.
sorry. Sorry.
Okay. So where was I? Oh,
If you
networking.
focus more on, yeah, network.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So listen, if you see somebody you like and you've got good energy at a networking event, just say, I would love to get to know more about your business. Is that true or is that true? It's true. You do want to get to know about them and their business. So when you sit down with them and their business, and you learn all about them, or you stand at the networking event and learn, and then y'all plan coffee or something, they are naturally going to want to know more about your business. You just need to ask for permission all along the way. Hey, do you mind if I show you some stuff about my business? This may not be for you, but it might be for somebody you know. And I really need you to know what I do and how I present about the business. What do you think they're going to say?
That phrase like is so obvious, but for some reason I have never thought of saying that for someone you know, and that takes the pressure off of the conversation so greatly, and then they may even help with someone, and it's just great.
It,
That was a good tip.
it
Thank you.
here's the important thing about that. You have to not care about the outcome.
Yeah.
Your only job is to do a good presentation. We
Mhm.
put so much pressure around ourselves about the outcome when we have absolutely no control over it. And if we do try to control it, is when we get in trouble, right? When we try to control somebody else's outcome, that's when the relationship gets harmed, right? Is that helpful? I mean, you
Very helpful. Thank you.
you want to people, so even out in the big, like the big networking community, like big corporate people, when you go to the in Oklahoma City, it was called the Sunset Reception or something, and they had it once a month. And so we would go and you would meet all these business people. And here I am, a network marketer. I was in network marketing then. I love network marketing, have been in network marketing for years. And so when I sat down with someone, it would always be, hey, can I tell you about my business so you'll know in case you know someone? Because chances are, here's the other thing, and this is why it really matters that you nail your ideal client. You are not here for everybody, you cannot serve everybody. You're here to help the ones that are for you, right? I mean, that's my connectedness way of putting it, right? Because there's more than enough. That's the abundant thinking because there's more than enough to go around, right? But you are a professional. And so you should be able to share what you have when you're sitting down with someone about business and networking with someone. It's just a matter of how you're going to present it. And so, do you mind if I show you? And you know what? Listen, here's another thing. If it's someone, I never hesitate to tell people how dumb I am. It's like I'm new at this. Do you mind? Do you mind listening to my presentation? Because I'm kind of new at this one, or we just came out with this new presentation and I'm really not good at it. Do you mind? People love to help other people. And here's the thing, if you really care about giving a good presentation and that is your goal, again, we talked about it last week, a behavior goal. You don't worry about the outcome, you worry about your own behavior. So if you give yourself the outcome is to do a good presentation, of course, in the hopes that they're going to join. And you'll listen to those cues, right, as you've been taught. And so, but it will relieve the pressure from you if your goal is to do a good presentation, right? Because you know when you've nailed it, don't you? And if you haven't nailed it, lean on, I'm new. I haven't done this enough yet. And that's okay too. People love to help people in that kind of way. So I would encourage you to do that kind of thing. I'm not sure the exact outreach for Partner Co. We've talked a lot about the system of growth and stuff. So, and that app that y'all are using. So here's another question or something I would like to hear from y'all is, first of all, has anybody gotten somebody else to take the assessment, like your partner, your daughter, son, anybody, friend? Where are my woo people?
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kimberly and I am a brand partner, and Robin got me to take it and we work side by side. We've both put our top 10 in comments. It would be interesting for you to look at them and be like, oh yeah, girls, oh, y'all got to stop working together or y'all are perfect together.
Okay, I see you. Adaptability, Robin.
That's
Yes.
Robin.
Yes. Okay. You are adaptability achiever, futuristic developer, positivity, empathy, focus, responsibility, harmony, and learner. And Kimberly or Kim, which do you prefer?
Kimberly's fine.
Kimberly, arranger, empathy, woo, developer, activator, communication, adaptability, achiever, positivity, and maximizer. So listen, you guys, let me explain something about the assessment, okay? The results of this assessment are here to help us learn how to work together. That's it. It's to learn how to lean into one another where you're weak, lean in, where you're strong, pick up the pace, right? And so that's how we can support one another. So let's go. Let me just share it, because these are stacked. It's harder for me to kind of like look. Hold on a minute. You both have a achiever. Okay, Kimberly, hold on. I'm getting confused already. All right. So Robin sees into the future, 5, 10, 20 years into the future. And so how does that feel when she does that, when she casts these big visions far in advance?
Oh, for me?
Uh-huh.
I sort of like it because I'm one of those like, okay, but then I need the plan to get there. I'm the one that's coming up with the plan. How are we going to get there?
Well, you certainly are, Miss Arranger. That is a great role for you to play, is to help plan. Arrangers are amazing at planning. You have your plan, and then you have your secondary plan, your backup plan, your tertiary plan, your rainy day plan, your piggy bank plan, right? You're great at planning, and importantly, you're great at adapting should there be something around the plan that doesn't work right. Right? You know the operation. So that's where I think that you're going to lead with that. Now, you both have empathy, which means you sense and feel. So everything I was telling Talia, right? Talia, you have empathy. Everything I was saying to her about her empathy is you guys sense and feel your way through life. It's a beautiful gift. And then hang on, I'm still looking here. Empathy.
Does any of this say that we've got that closing strength?
No, I
What
don't
do you
think it
mean?
does.
Being able to close?
How
No,
to
be able to,
close the deal.
yeah.
Yes, yes, of course. You're Kimberly, communication maximizer, close deals all day long. Absolutely. Activator, are you kidding me? Yes.
She's second guessing herself way too much, though. And
Well, okay, so listen. Here is your if that's the case, Kimberly, do you feel like you second guess yourself and you don't want to close?
Oh, totally.
I know exactly which talent it is. It is your woo, winning others over, and you do not want to lose anybody. You don't want to lose anybody. Like if anybody were ever mad at you,
Yeah.
and then you have this empathy talent that physically feels what they're feeling when they're mad
Yes.
at you. Okay, am I on track here?
Yeah. Can I ask you something with empathy, though? And maybe Talia might feel this way too. I am people have already always said, like, you're an empath, you're an empath, you're an empath. Sometimes I think that's a stumbling block too, because I look and I'm talking to these people and I know them and I'm like, they don't have the money. Oh my God, they can't do this. Oh, how am I gonna, a 30 pack? What?
Okay, so here, you're absolutely right.
Bingo, bingo. That is
Yes,
what you
and
say, girl. I can feel it.
empathy misreads the room. Empathy can absolutely misread the room and make decisions based on finance. Yes, that is a very common issue with so listen, we've got to figure out how to change that, right? This is this internal message that you've got going on. It is a racket, just so you know, right? It's ready to come in the very millisecond you get ready to make the deal. It comes in. They don't have the money, right? And so we have to have a way of turning that voice off or redirecting it because it's lying to you based on something in the past. And it has come in so frequently, it will probably keep coming in. Okay. So what you get to do is confront it for the liar that it is because it's trying to influence this decision. And so you need to strongly lean into probably your maximizer is what's going to help you
Okay.
here. All right, Marla, hang on. I see you. I'm leaving that hand up until I can answer you. You going to put it back up? Thank you. Okay, so lean into your maximizer, right? And shut that voice down and redirect it. So we can come up with a redirection such as you have no idea what their finances are.
Yeah.
So hush your mouth. Like, I don't know how, let me see here what your other talents, whether doing something positivity, you have positivity highs, so you can shut that down with humor, possibly, right? So come about, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pay really close attention to noticing that voice and the very millisecond it comes into the picture. All right? Because you're probably going to screw it up again.
Thank you.
I mean,
You got me.
right? Because consciousness, to go from consciousness to action, it's a stretch, right? You're now conscious. You've been conscious, but you didn't know what to do about it. So you've got to confront that voice because it is not telling you the truth. It is just coming right in. And you know what else? A lot of times people use the excuse that they have no money, and that's not true. Right? So
Right,
you
they'll
just want
find
to what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to keep your energy clean because when you come into it, we're talking about frequency and energy here. When you come into it and your energy changes right then, people feel it on a subconscious level. I can tell you a story about that. Remind me to tell you a story about my own energy and how I had a coach attend a meeting. Marla, come on in. Yeah, where's Marla? Was that helpful? First of all, ladies.
yes, and Marla's part of our group too. She's on the call, and so is Margaret McLaughlin.
Okay, Marla had her hand raised. So come on and unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Hi, I'm driving leaving to work. when you said that, I feel a little bit of Kimberly. Like, I think I'm a little bit between them. But when you say, like, I have empathy for people that don't have money, and I feel, then I reverted back to myself how I work 3 or 4 jobs. But what could you say to get over that? And like, salesman speech would be empathetic. Like, I understand you may not have money. However, like, just give an example of what to actually say. Because I wrote down, I like the idea of, can I tell you about my business? I wrote that down, and that was a great way for me to figure out how to say that. But could you give an example of what would you say to somebody when they say, I truly don't have the money? Because I would say, yes, I understand. I, too, am a person that works 3 or 4 jobs. But then I don't know what else to say to get them hooked.
I have it, Marla. I got it for you. You want the sales language, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, here it is.
So I can practice.
No, here it is.
Okay.
This comes, Susan, is this spin selling? I can't remember if I got it from one of my other sales training. I've been in sales for my whole life, right down to the fundraisers for the kids. Okay, so here's how it goes. You know, when they tell you, listen, I don't have that kind of money. Gosh, I understand how you feel. I really do. And I felt that same way when I heard about this. But here's what I found. I was able to put it on my credit card, and I was able to sell the boxes by blah, blah, blah date before the bill came in. If that's true, I don't lie.
Felt found.
Yes, I understand how you feel. And I felt that way too. Yes. And listen, it's absolutely true for you little empathy people. Because you felt what they felt. You're feeling them. Listen, y'all, empathy, listen to me. Connectedness, this is you too, sort of, although you connect differently. But you guys, listen, we're going to suck the life out of you if you don't figure out how to control your own energy. And by that, I mean keeping it around your own body. Because, you know, you're just like, you are an open vessel for all the energies. And so, there are practices you need to do. You need to shake other people's energy off. If you get into a situation where go to the bathroom and wash your hands, shake it off your body because it clings to your body, right? It goes into your body. You guys are really, really that open. Mostly, right? It depends on how your talents are and whether or not you are a relationship builder. So there is another side to empathy. So for example, I had a client who was a financial advisor. He had empathy. He had analytical, strategic. He had empathy. He had some other achiever. He had all these thinking and executing talents with this empathy in his top 5. And I thought that was very interesting. So for him, it was never about feeling in his own body. Instead, he had a knowing in his head. It's sort of like that voice, Kimberly, that's sort of like clairvoyance, like you're hearing something from somewhere, but it may not be something from the right place. And that's where discernment comes in, but it's also like putting your shield of armor on before you go to the call so that you do not allow energies, and some of y'all can feel from the other table. You're having a meeting right here, but you're feeling for this mama over here with her kid crying, and you're just like that. Is just like, you feel it all, right? So you understand what I mean about protecting yourself and doing those kind of things. So, all right, let's see here. Let me, can I bring somebody else on to any other questions? Do we understand, feel, felt, found? I understand how you feel because it's very true. You do when they have no money. But don't let that be a barrier because this business can save them and change their lives. You know that. And so that needs to be what you push through, and being able to say, Please give me the script to sign them up. Sue, come on, open your line. Let's I'm going to get the rest of y'all to close down. Sue, where are you? Sue, I see you. You want to open your line or you just want me to give you words? Because I have to know more about the situation probably. So, what are you saying now? That's what I'd like to know. If you can't open your line. Yes, three-way call. That's it. Yeah, stop trying to sign them up. Y'all, you have a system here and you need to stick with the system. Yeah, we're really good. We're really talking about different things here, y'all, when we're talking about, I understand how you feel, and I once felt the same way. This is in the conversation about whether or not to even get to the three-way call, right? So, all right. Sue, is that helpful? She has 3 people. Yeah, you need to go with a three-way call on that.
I mean,
And,
you guys, like, I'm a high 6-figure earner in this company. I never do it alone, ever. I always use one of y'all or Susan Frank. Like, I never do it alone. And time after time after time, they are not going to see the value with the script, and they're going to come in with a 4-pack because they're going to think they're nervous. They don't feel your energy of seeing that, oh, Sue's going to support me. Sue's going to help me. Sue's going to make sure that I can do it. Sue's got a big vision for this. So anytime I see people just try to send a script, 9 times out of 10, they come in with a 4-pack, and then it's so hard for you to get them to ultimate in those 4 weeks. You know what I mean? So Sue, get them on the phone with me. I'll be happy to help you with them.
Awesome. Who did I challenge a couple of weeks ago to get on there, get more three-way calls in? Are you meeting it?
Karen
Are
McNutt.
you doing it? Karen McNutt, are
I
you
saw her
doing
look
it?
down and to the right. I'm like, oh, she's been exposed.
I see you, Karen. So let's talk about what's going on. I mean, this call, y'all, on it hot seat is really, it gets a little hot, right? But hopefully we learn things through this about where and it's a refinement thing. Like, you have to go out and test things, right? If I give you an idea and you go out and you try it a few times and it doesn't work, come let me know so we can try something else. Karen, you have a relator high, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What's going on?
Okay, so when I was on this call the last time we had it, you had talked to us about how to speak the affirmations differently.
Mm-hmm.
It
Good.
works.
Give me can you tell us what you're affirming or how you're
Okay.
using it now?
What I'm affirming is that I was going to get at least 5 customers or 5 boxes sold each week. I got my 5 boxes sold, and I have 4 people that I've been talking to come on to the business since they have the no sign up fee charge.
Wow. Okay. So tell me what your affirmation is. Can
Okay,
you
so
read
my
that to us?
affirmation, this is it. I don't know how I got these 5 people each week to come and buy these boxes, but I know that I did. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
Okay, so I'm so glad that you got that and that was able to help you. So I'm going to give you I'm going to write the way I do affirmations instead. You got
Okay.
it almost perfect. All right. I don't know how I sign up. What did you say again? Tell me what the goal is.
5 a week. 5 a week to purchase drops.
Okay, hold on.
Whether they're new or old.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm working with 4 a week, at least 4 a week to come into the business with the promotion that the partner co is having for us, waiving the sign up fee. Those
Okay.
are my minimums, but I figured I'd start with the minimum and increase. Oh,
Okay,
and the
hang on.
other part I forgot is when I say that I don't know how I did it, because I've got it written down here. But why
How
was
was I able
why
to
was it
find
so
5
easy?
people?
Why was it so easy?
Exactly. Why was it so easy to find them?
Yes.
Why did the new the 4 new people, hold on, just fall into my lap?
Yay.
Yeah, see? When you speak in past tense, right? How was I able to find 5 people? Now, the first thing you do, the first part of this, which is my first statement, that includes the goal. Okay, so
Okay.
you're soothing your brain. You're not setting your goal. Hang on a minute. Oh, Miriam, I had to go see what you said. Okay, so you set the goal in paragraph 1. You see that? I don't know how I
Yes.
find 5 new people a week to purchase the drops, new or old. I don't know how I get to work with 4 new people a week with the new promotion. I only know that I do now. You're bringing it in. I don't, but you understand, you're stating that you do not know how, because so there's this author and he calls it the cursed hows. We get all locked up trying to figure out how to do it. Well, listen, the system's already got the system on how to do it, right? But these are things with your goals that you can cast into the future, but you have to calm your mind first. Because if you were to put on a sheet, if you were to take your pad and write down goal number 1, find 5 people to use the drops. Goal number 2, find 4 new business partners, right? Your brain is going to immediately go, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how. How am I going to do that? And it starts chattering. And so what you're doing is you're going, I don't know how. I don't know how I find it. And then the second part is, how was I able to find 5 people? Why was it so easy to find these new 4 people for my business? Why did the new 4 people just fall in my lap like that? And your mind is like, I don't know, but we better go make it happen. And it may not happen
Exactly.
today, but it's going to happen, right? You're casting your vision with proper language. That's the difference here. It takes what you want and it puts your mind in control. So here's what happens, right? All of a sudden, let me ask you this, Karen. I'm going to interview you.
Okay.
Tell us what you did to get the first person. What did you do?
I just opened my messenger and there they were.
What does that mean? They were already there?
They were sending me messages. People that and I was going to ask you this, can I overdo it? Because I was saying it to myself like 20 times a day.
No. Repetition is the teacher.
Okay.
Listen, once you nail it, and I offer for any of you to review them. All right. You just have to let me know. I will do exactly what I just did if you want to bring them to me next week or whatever, because I had my affirmation posted wrong, said it every day for 90 days, and looked up one day and went, that is not what I want. I don't know why that's even on my list. Right. And so and no wonder I wasn't getting it. No
Well,
wonder.
it took like 2 or 3 days of me saying that over and over. And, each time that I said it, it would give me a lift in my spirit, a lift, whatever it was. It just gave me this lift. And then all of a
It's
sudden,
going out. It's
I wake
energy.
and here's all these messages, and I'm like, wow.
Okay, y'all. Listen, you have got to, y'all, copy that. I don't know how. And fill in your own goal. Your goal may be something else, right? So I think that is amazing, Karen. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much. I couldn't hardly wait. I almost sent you that in a text the other day, but I thought, no, I'm going to share this because it just was like, boom, here it was. And then last night, another girl that's bought 7 boxes retail from me sends me a message and said, because I had sent her just a little deal on, I wanted to let you know that the company's running a promotion and you can do this if you'd like to. It's very simple, 5 steps. I've screenshotted it and can send you exactly how to take care of this. So this morning, she sends me back, I'm really interested. I said, great. Do you want me to call you? And she said, no, just send me the screenshots. So I'm going to give her a couple of days. And I have one that told me that on Thursday and 2 that told me that on Saturday. So I've been doing my screenshots, getting that all set up where I can just send the whole file of screenshots to them and what each one means and how they go about it, and to call me or text me, whichever way. I prefer if they call me. I like doing that better, but
Sure.
you know,
Your
some
relator
people
likes
are
to do that.
crazy busy at this time. So I just thought, okay. I mean, these are people that I know, but some of them haven't even tried the product. So
That's
we'll see.
amazing. People are open to new things suddenly. So, yes, I can,
And so-
Denise, if you will
High
scroll
five, high five, Karen, really, really quick. Also, I think, Karen, that this is like aligning with you so much more because she's gotten on the foods list. She's back in the program. She's
Exactly.
replying to me every day what she's eating and how she's doing it. So it's amazing whenever we come into alignment. But heck yeah, that makes us all motivated. Go Rhonda for that recommendation. That is awesome fun. Okay, I'm doing this all week long.
I
I'll
am
send you
so
over some things,
excited.
Rhonda.
It works.
It does work because, for one thing, and Karen, you had something very important that I want to reiterate, and that is repetition is the teacher. There is no way you can say it too many times. There's no way. You
Every
can,
time I felt like maybe I was getting a little bit down because no one's calling, no one's sending messages. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to say it again.
that's
And
it.
I'd just say it again and say it again, and I'd be straightening my hair and I'd say it again, and before I go to bed I say it again.
Yes, yes,
It's that
yes.
nighttime one that, oh man, you say it again, and then it's like, okay, Lord, thank you for the day, and do my prayer and lay my head down, go to sleep, and I get up and here it goes. I'm like, yes.
Yes, that's amazing. That is amazing. So this truly is a way of programming your mind for good things. Because listen, that is I've said it, I'll say it again, probably every call. Partner Co. is a personal development company wrapped up in skinny drops. Right? And so this is us breaking through, or getting around the barriers, figuring out, why is that not working for me? I don't like doing this. I had a situation myself recently where I'm having to reassess. I made a big old whopping goal, started it last week. I hate it. I don't want to do it. So now I'm reassessing you know what? And that's okay too. So, but I don't know how. I need to go back to, I don't know how I'm able to do whatever, right? So things creep into your mind and you are responsible for that. This is where you really need to lean into your talents and have these things prepared for yourself, like these statements about the vision that you want to hold for your business. and your goals, right? And set behavior goals for your own behavior, not for somebody else saying it or doing it, right? And that's because that way you don't ever fail unless you don't do the behavior, right? The outcome does not take away from the behavior that you did. You still, right? It'll come. So as you get better, it'll come faster. Then you're where Susan is, where she's closing deals for other people like that because she has so much more practice than you getting no. Don't y'all know she has gotten no way more times than y'all have? Where'd Susan go? Susan, how many times have you heard no in your life, like in this business? A lot. I mean, that's what it is. It's
a numbers game.
It is a numbers game, and it's working. As you work through your no's, you get better. So,
well, not only that, it is a numbers game. And you guys, this is what all these leaders were saying in Utah that was really hard for me to swallow and almost made me feel a little bit of scarcity myself, was that 80% of people are going to quit doing this business and only 20% are going to stick. So then if you're thinking, oh, I can't get anybody, so that then you're thinking, oh, the ones I have, if they drop off, you know what I mean? It puts you in this perpetual frantic scarcity. So I love what Karen you've implemented. You've completely inspired me through Miss Rhonda, and I got the book, Miss Rhonda, the One Command, the red book she told me to get. So girl, I'm going to be doing it. But we can't hang on to everybody, and that's really hard for those, even some of those woo and those developers. All of you girls, and we're so much alike, the majority of us. So just know that it's nothing that you can do or not do. All you got to do is show up and be a vessel. And for the ones that are empaths, which is quite a few of y'all on here, if you feel that hesitation that they don't have money, what about what about when they sell 30 boxes of drops and they have $2,500 more than they had? And if they're a teacher, or if they're on their little salary making $41,000 a year, guess what? $2,500 extra money is like a daggone jackpot. We all know that, right? So just kind of rephrase it. Okay, I feel that you're feeling that right now, but then start feeling, what if they had $2,500 coming in their Venmo? And then if they get to top pay and they've got a big network, 450, 450, 450, 450. You know what I mean? You just never know. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was in the darkest place of my life when I found this business. I had nothing. I mean, I literally was $2,500 was a ton of money for me. But if I wouldn't have taken that leap, we wouldn't be here today. You know what I mean? So you never know when you're about to find the next Susan Frank. Nothing's stopping you from finding the next Susan Frank. Nothing's stopping me from finding the next Susan Frank. But saying these affirmations to yourself, because every one of y'all are worthy. Every one of y'all are skilled enough to do this. Every one of y'all are six-figure earners that's on this call. So stop blocking yourself and step freaking into it. And you're stepping into it by being on this call. So high five. I got God bumps head to toe. I'm proud of every one of y'all.
And I say add something to this?
Yes.
Please. Okay, so the other thing is that I have been getting these phone calls and messages from some of my brand partners going, oh, it's so slow. Oh, it's not picked up like I thought it was going to. And I was letting that pull me down with them, because you know how it is when there's some negativity feeds. Mm-hmm. And so now, since Rhonda taught me that last week, I'll pick up the phone and call them and go, all right, we're going to look at this a different way. And I teach them this, and I make them write it down. And it's working. And now they're not calling me going, I'm not getting any. I'm getting calls going, I got 2 new people that I didn't even know. And I'm like, yes.
Oh my gosh, I hear angels singing. It's amazing. It is, you know what? Here's the thing is It's changing your energy.
Yes.
Everything is energy. It's changing your energy from the Debbie Downer, picking up on those Debbie Downer vibes and flipping it around, right? So, all right. I'm so proud of you, Karen. Way to go. Is there anybody here who's never been on the hot seat who would like to be on the hot seat for a minute or two? Anybody? Anybody who wants to do that? Let's see. Y'all, come on.
Hello?
It's not like I bite or anything. Hey, is that you, Marilyn?
It is. Sorry, I'm driving the car and I just spilled Renew and Everglow in my crotch.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, oopsie daisy. Well, listen, I apologize. I was in another event and I missed the first 10 minutes of the call, which stinks because it sounds like it was great, or maybe 15. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I called my biggest. If I have like the mountain of the chicken list, I called the biggest networker I know in the world, who was the Blue Diamond, and then in one company, and a master distributor in my old company. And I called him today, and he was so happy to hear from me. And I just was, I don't know, I was calm and nothing. It just, all the words came out right. And I've sent him information, and he hadn't heard of Partner Co. because he's gone back to being a trial lawyer for since COVID and since 2020. And yeah, it was a miraculous day, and I was really enjoying the part of the call that I just heard about, manifesting and having these intentions. And yeah, did we record this call? And when I say we, I mean you.
Yes, Susan hit the record button. Yes, she did.
Okay, good. Well, Susan, if you wouldn't mind, if you could send me this call was full of gold, and I want to sit at my
I don't
desk
even
and
remember
write
what
them.
I said.
Pardon me?
I said, I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah.
So
That's why I need to record.
channeling, Rhonda. Divine channeling, girl.
well,
I
I
got
mean,
it
it
on
really
record.
is. It is.
It really
where,
is.
It's where my gifts all come together when I'm
Yeah, I
reading
love it.
y'all and hearing, and I'm thinking about your talents and everything else. So, yeah. So it's like y'all got to take notes because I'm not gonna. All right, Tori Self, come on in. Tell us what's going on.
Okay. So I've been in for a bit. I have a growing team. I catch myself. So I've been taking some very intense deep dive courses for myself. And so I have been shifting my words. But my mom fell about 1.5 years ago, and I became her primary caregiver. And then this past year, I retired from my full-time job after 33 years. And so there's a lot going on in there. And I guess my biggest challenge currently is meeting new people, getting out of the house, getting in front of other groups or other people. And so I have recently stated that I will make these things happen somehow. I'm going to figure this out. It's not going to keep me down. And I take the opportunity to plug in everywhere I can, but I'm a people person.
You are.
And it really, I catch myself in a funk if I can't be around people.
100%.
So that's where I'm at.
You need them for their energy.
Yes. Yes.
Woo, winning others over. We are the people, and we go get energy from other people so that we can redistribute it. That's what we are.
Right. And the people I am around on a regular basis are all very
low
negative.
energy. Yeah,
Low
you're
energy.
dealing with
There you go.
and you're dealing with negativity. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, yes. And look, you and Suzanne are a lot alike, and me, I'm a lot alike you too. let's see, we share 1, 2, 3, 4. We share 4 of our top 10. So I feel you. I understand you a lot. So listen, it is a need for you to have to be with people. So do you have respite care for your mom? Is there a friend that can come every week on Wednesdays so you can go to something? I'm making it up.
So she's better. She's enough better that I can leave the house some.
Okay. So now
So-
what's holding you back?
So it's where do I go?
Okay.
Like she doesn't usually get up before 10 or 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I can do all kinds of things until 11 o'clock.
All right.
But it's
So,
figuring out where to go and what to do.
okay. So networking meetings. Yeah. Where do you live? Kimberly is asking.
Amarillo, Texas.
Okay. So, meetup.com. Go take a look there.
Amarillo is pretty limited. I've looked.
Well, that's all right. They may
But,
have
yeah.
something. You never know. It could be a yoga class or a water aerobics class, and you just
Okay.
decide to go and start going consistently to water aerobics. There are people there. I'm not putting you where necessarily you're going to sell,
Right. No, I
right?
understand
I'm
that
just
part.
trying to get you into your people. Yes, small church, exactly. That's another option. Let me see here. Hang on a minute. Yes, neighborhood. I got my start for StrengthsFinder. This gig that I'm doing right here, right now, I got my start by holding a book study. And all I did was teach people what I knew.
Nice.
Yeah, and so volunteer, yes, find somewhere to volunteer. What I want you to do is to do a variety of things. Okay, so this week you're going to pursue something. Next week you're going to pursue something else, and you're going to settle eventually, right? So I don't want you to go to one thing and then decide, oh, that sucked, and I'm not going out now for another 3 weeks, right? I want you to plan how to go out, and let me see what else. You have everything you need to get out and about. What it occurs to me that you may have planning talents a little lower.
I was gonna say I'm not a planner. That's part, and I'm not an organizer. And so
No, that's right. And so the hardest part for you is going to be figuring out where to go. You just said, well, where do I go? Okay, so you've got to go to places like meetup.com, but look at what everybody's telling you. They're like, go to your church, go to your Miriam, you want to go on the hot seat next? I hear you. Go to your church, go to go to the food bank. What you need right now is experiences. You have been locked down for a year. And before that, you were locked down for other reasons, very likely, right? And now you've retired, you said, after 35 years?
33, yes.
33 years? Okay, and you were a nurse?
No, I was in medical logistics and I traveled. I did training at a national level for the Veteran Affairs medical supply.
Okay, so I was trying to think about how you could network within those networks, which you can. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do this thing where, hang on, I'm drawing it out right now on my little pad here. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. Okay, so if I'm right here, can you see that?
Let me go.
Y'all see that? It's just circles with a little dot in the middle.
Right.
Okay, I'm the dot.
Okay.
I am connected at church. So if I go up here, I can put church people up here. Right? Okay, so I put these little bubbles. You can start putting people's names in there from the church. You can go over here and you can put people's names in here from the Veterans Administration where you worked local. You can go over here and put names of people who worked remotely with you out of town that you traveled around and met and knew for all these years. You can go in here in this circle, and this is your kids' PTA group, right? You guys have all of these variety of networks, but Woo especially, and you've got Woo, like we know everybody. But what we don't do is put them into buckets so that we can, that's our difficulty because we go wide, right? When we get out and meet people. But then we forget how we just know people, right? And then we forget to kind of organize them, right? Into like little networks. But that is what Woo, that I mean, this is very rudimentary, but it can be helpful, right? Figuring out who you already know, because it occurs to me, this is just how it occurs to me, that if you've been kind of in this caretaking mode for a year, you've got to change a whole lot. You have not been living in your gifts.
Right.
I know,
and I feel it.
100% you feel it. 100%. So now you know what's going on and what's wrong, and your responsibility right now and your belief right now are leading. You've gone all the way down here to 9 and 10 and pulled up your responsibility for your mom, because that's your belief, your deeply held belief that it's your job to take care of her in this moment. And none of your other talents are able to be used right now. Does that make sense about what's going on?
Yes.
Yes. So
I actually struggled. That is so right on, because I was very involved in my church, and I struggled when I wasn't able to attend all of the things or volunteer for all of the things when that all initially happened. And then it's such a struggle because I feel responsibility there and I feel responsibility here. And my friend at church said, well, don't look at it as you're not doing what you need to at church. Look at it as your mom is your ministry right now.
100%.
So it kind of helped me, but now she's
doing better.
Yes, and I need life again.
Yes, so go back to church for the Bible study, the women's group, the volunteerism. Go just plug in this week. You already said that she sleeps until 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
You have all morning. I mean, there's lots that can get done during those hours in the morning for you to get the networking and get the peopling done that you need to do. So you can even get out in the business world, like at Business Networking International, which I mentioned to y'all last week. They are always looking for, somebody said Kiwanis. Yes. Let me see here. People are giving you all sorts of opportunities over here. So I hope you're snagging them. Go through them quick.
Yes.
So you can get them. Somebody here, who is this? Michelle belongs to Greater Pensacola Newcomers Group. So there's lots of different places. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is to go back to where you know you can get good energy from your church people. Mm-hmm. And go out into the world and do something new, because you need to. Woos need new people.
Right.
We need new people. Right. So is this been helpful?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And thank you for your transparency and vulnerability. That woo, y'all, the wooers in the room, y'all need people. And here's the other thing is, and it allows you the opportunity to get to know really surface level, right? You know a lot of people, you're able to file their names very easily. The minute you see them again, you remember where you saw them the last. This is how Woo operates. We operate wide. And so remember, all of your talents can be used for good or not so good, right? Strength, weakness. So the weakness of Woo is being afraid. This is the deep fear of Woo, is being alone. That is the deepest at the core of us, our
Oh,
deepest. Oh, did I hear something? What did I hear? Do you believe me?
that was Miriam. Yep. That's me.
So is that true? Yeah.
Hmm.
That's our deepest, darkest fears, that we're afraid of being alone. And so that's why we do people. And we got to get out there and get more of them. So we're never alone, right? So we can always call somebody, right? So the fear that we have is letting go of this one. Every single person matters to Woo in a different sense than they matter to Relator. So is that help? Who wanted to come on? Is it Miriam?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Come on in, girl. Thank you,
So,
Tori.
Thank you.
so I have so many ideas, right? And I talk to Chat GPT all the time, and he gets, you do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then I don't end up doing it. So I was told one time that I'm like a kite. I'm all over the place doing this and then trying this and then this. And they said, I need somebody to pull that kite down so I can focus on one thing and do it. So I find myself, I'm still there, like that
Okay,
kite.
hold on. I don't see your talents. Did you pop them in the chat? I'm looking for them.
Sorry, no, their positivity is the first one. Belief. Sorry.
That's okay.
Communicator, includer, developer, achiever, empath, woo.
Okay, and what's after that? 'Cause that's
Mm,
only like 7. Do you remember?
oops. I had it somewhere. I don't remember offhand. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Then you're not there yet as far as really delving into that one. So that's okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rosa. All right. So do you remember where focus is for you?
Um,
I think you have activator high. I'm thinking that activator is really high for you, but do I remember that wrongly? Rosa, can you confirm if she has activator high? Is it like the next one? Woo. Because that is very reminiscent of somebody bouncing around all over the place, right? Lacking focus. You're not lacking focus. You're focusing quickly.
yeah,
You focus and bounce and focus and bounce.
Yeah.
This is what activator does, but I don't know if that's you or not. Anybody tell me what?
There is activator is one of them.
Okay,
Right.
so
Activator.
listen, people high in activator, we need movement. This is why you jump around. We need to move. We need movement. That's our thing. We are always on the move and we need to move. What I am going to encourage you to do, Miriam, is to put on your little achiever list to focus 10 minutes at a time and get stuff done in bursts, right? This is how you function best, is going to be is achieving things in short, and 10 minutes may not be right. It might be 20 minutes. Like you might sit down for a thing for 20 minutes to do. Right? But so give me an example of something you need to do that people tell you need to do and you're not doing it because you're not focused.
Well, it just has to do with like the postings that I do on Facebook and stuff. It's what I want to do. And like I asked ChatGPT, okay, give me, 10 whatever reels. And then, okay, we're going to execute these tomorrow. And then I don't even go and execute them. I start putting something else in and I start.
And
I guess it's like,
I'm not hearing a problem.
I don't know if that's really focused. I'm not focusing, but how come I have
Well,
focus?
hold on. No, that's not true. You're just not following what ChatGPT suggested. That's not the same.
Right. Yeah.
You have, listen, you have activator, correct? Hi.
Activator is 10.
Okay, so activator is very clearly present in you. And so when you sit down in the computer, you need inspiration. So here's a suggestion. Don't ask Chat GPT until you're sitting there ready to execute, and then execute what you want. See if, in other words, what you're trying to do is you're trying to plan ahead. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is the behavior that needs to happen? The behavior is you need to post something.
Right.
Correct? Does
Mm-hmm.
it matter? Does it matter?
No. What do you mean, does it matter?
Does it matter exactly what you post?
Well, see, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't matter, but how can I say it? Since I guess I was relying on executing what Chat said, his plan, whatever, our plan, her plan, our plan, then I just kind of forget about it. And then I go do my own thing, of course, post whatever, right?
Yes, yes. It occurs to me that it would be better for you to do the Chat GPT thing and then post immediately. You're trying to plan ahead. And so guess what? Activators don't do that. We don't plan ahead. We take inspired action right now. That's what activators do. This is why we're so hard to control.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And see, what's happened is your belief, which is your number 2, feels like you're being disobedient to this control freak called Chat GPT. So I want you to let go of that, but I also want you to change your behavior and ask Chat to give you the inspiration right now, because right now is when you need it. And it's going to give you the energy right now. So that's the issue. You're not inspired by you're inspired when you copy and go, oh, that sounds great, like right now. But then when you sit down at your computer hours or tomorrow morning later, it's not inspiring anymore. So you're asking in the wrong place. It's how it occurs to me. Now, for someone like Karen, who has a ranger, she absolutely must ask and plan and build that into her plan, right? So what I'm suggesting to you is not what I would tell Karen. Does everybody understand that all of this is dependent on your own talent profile and how you operate? This is how we solve problems. So let me ask you, do you feel like you will be able to do that, Miriam? You'll be able to try that?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you are right now. You very much are in the moment.
Yeah, I am, because my time management too. I'm like,
listen, activators, we don't even know what that means.
Right.
Neither does adaptability, by the way. Like so some talents really struggle with this time management piece, and that's why we need to be free to run when we're ready to run. If when activator stops cold and does not move, usually it's because they don't know what to do. So that's it. You ask, well, I don't know what to do. So you find somebody and you reach out and go, I don't know what to do. What could I do? Or you go to Chat and you ask, what can I do? I'm stuck. Because that is a very classic activator thing. Activators are always on the move unless we're not. And if we're not, it's because we're confused about something. Something is like not resonating. And because for activators to run like the wind, like we do, we have to be absolutely certain about where we're going. And when we don't move, it's because we're suddenly in a state of confusion or state of disruption or state of something has bumped us off our rails for the moment. So Miriam, is that going to be an easy follow-up for you to ask chat right before you go on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to, that's, part of my time management. I get all this stuff going and I'll come back to it and I don't go back to it. So I have to, like you said, 10-minute increments
Yep.
and execute.
Yeah, I worked with a young woman. Her mother was a dynamic real estate agent and she was coming onto her mom's team and she was about to fail the real estate exam because she could not study. And she had activator number 1. That was her first. I'll be there in a second, Suzanne. Her activator was number 1, but she had input and learner 33 and 34. So what we did was we put the test, we put the questions most likely on her mom, put them on the cards, the 3x5 cards. And she walked on the treadmill because she needed movement.
Mm-hmm.
And she would walk on the treadmill and read those questions and study. Okay, so the activator needs movement. So you're not, I want you to drop that language around yourself being flighty or can't focus or anything.
Right.
You are born to move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm usually on my stepper when I'm
right?
when I'm going through all this.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so Suzanne, come on in. I'm so glad that was helpful. Okay, Suzanne, let's see.
I'm cooking dinner too, so I'm kind of going back and forth.
Okay, hold on. Adaptability. Wait, because I saw your talents earlier and I'm going to go up and get them.
Yeah.
Where are they? They're up here, way up here.
They're way up.
Okay, I'm trying to find them. You're a woo girl and positivity, and we're twins of different mamas. We might be. Hang on, let me see. Here you are. Okay, so you had questions around your adaptability.
Well, what you were saying to Miriam was, I was like, oh, that's kind of like me. That's kind of like me. And then I thought I heard you say that adaptability is similar because I have activator as 12,
right?
But adaptability 5. And we had talked a while back that, and I understand, like, I have trouble getting people to close. I kind of want to think what I think they're thinking and they're not. And you had mentioned, I don't want to lose people. And right. I can see that. I mean, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
But I have all these like dreams and visions and, I want to think I can do this and I know I can. And I've been working on everything, but I'm still like, I'm inching closer and closer to where I want this to be a lot more just natural and getting them to the finish line. Getting my droppers.
You're not supposed to. That's not your job.
Yeah.
It's not your job. It's Susan's job to get him to the finish line or whoever your upline is that's going to close.
True. But and me getting them to that point, like I get hung up and I freeze, like getting them to a 3-way call.
Okay. How, so it could be a language thing, like, I'm not sure. What are you saying?
Sometimes I use scripts and sometimes I just put it out there about, would you be interested in, learning more about the business, whatever. And it's like, I have droppers and then no one seems interested in going any further with that.
Into the business.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so most of the people won't, right? Y'all know that. Most people don't. So I don't know how many, you've gotten out there to ask. So hang on a second, because I'm trying to figure out your adaptability. Oh, the question was how activators sort of run, like we need movement. Adaptability is constantly changing. They are anticipating change. And so that's what makes them kind of similar, right? In that they need to move, they need to change things, like things they like change. They adapt well with
Okay.
change. So you're talking about two different things, right? When it comes to you have right now, you have a belief that nobody wants to do this, right? That you can't get anybody to a three-way call. It is a belief that you have. It is a chatter, and you may not even be hearing it, but it's this stuff going on in the back of your head. Is that so? Do you feel like I'm saying the truth?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so the secret, okay, is going to go back up to that language I gave you before that Karen has had success with and
Yeah.
create, because listen, you're programmed now to think to think negatively. You have got a program running. It's a racket. It's a nyang, 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 going in somewhere underneath the surface. And so the way to change that is to reprogram yourself by creating that language that you instantly allow yourself to come back in, right? And it's like you have to write it, you have to read it, you have to get it to where you memorize it, and you say it before bed, you say it when you get up, you put it on your mirror, whatever it is that it is for you. That you can't, here's the issue. You cannot say right now in truth, I am a great closer. Right? That's a lie for you. So what you get to do is say, hold on, let me go back up to my language up here, because I want to make sure I get it right. So you want to program your mind to say, where is it, y'all? Here it is. I'm going to pull it down. I don't know how that I learned how to be a great closer. Of course, part of it is you don't want to be a closer. But you do want to close to Susan.
Right.
Okay. So we're going to
Right.
change the language here. We're going to say, I don't know how I'm now able. See, I put it into the now. I don't know how I'm now able to bring people to the three-way call with Susan so easily. I don't know how. And your brain goes, oh, I don't have to worry about being right yet. I just get to go out and figure out how. I don't know how. I don't know how it became so easy. See how I'm using it, putting in past tense? All right. And so how was I able to get 5 people to Susan this week? How was I able to do that? Susan, you're going to be busy, girl. How?
so good.
Why
It's my
was
favorite
it so
thing in the world.
easy? Huh?
I said, good. It's my favorite thing in the world. It's my love language. Starting people businesses.
See? Creating that yes, Rosa, you are creating the language to instantly come back with truth. I don't know how. I'm now able to do it. Yes. Thank you for crafting that, because I have no idea what I say. When I'm on here, I'm just like doing it. All right.
Thank you, Rosa.
So,
I screenshot that too, so I can write it out.
yeah, I want y'all to really practice this. You've got, again, Partner Co. is a personal development company wrapped up in skinny drops. And I don't mean that in an insult at all. I mean that it's all about controlling your mind and programming your mind properly. So
When I first started doing that, it felt weird to me. So that's why I kept doing it and kept doing it. And the more I did it, the easier it felt, the better it felt. So hang in there. Just start doing it, guys.
yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how I was able to find all those people to take to Susan. Right? So this is how you and so work on those and bring them back next week so we can look at them. But you really are going to see. So what you're looking for, you're looking to interrupt the pattern. You've got a pattern. Y'all have this pattern. You may not even hear it. You know, it takes time for it to come into your consciousness, and then you're like, there it is again. And so, it takes time, but it takes repetition. And what will happen is the next time those words come in, if you've repeated it enough to where it now has anchored you in a new possibility, when those words come into your head, you can go, I don't know how. I don't know how I'm able to do. And you steady yourself, right? It's like standing on what you want. I think this is probably the best thing that I can give you, Suzanne, as far as, because you do have a program. I've heard it. You still have it from last week. I heard it last week and you got it still. So we got to really, really focus on this in order to do. Now, here's another thing I'm going to bring to your attention is that woo has such energy, such big energy. We got big energy because we went and got it from other people. And so sometimes we can be considered intimidating, right? So just trust those cues that you hear, that you sense from people. Lean into your empathy to feel people's energy, right? Because sometimes what you do, they're like, I could never do what she does. You're fun, you're bubbly, you got all that energy. That woo positivity communication is like a trifecta of energy. It's really big. Can y'all feel my energy, all you empathies? Right? You feel my energy, right? And so it is big energy. So what I think, I just feel like I think you need to work on that mind piece, because I think that's going to really, really help you with keeping positive, because positivity, listen, those of you with positivity, can y'all tell I got positivity? Look at me. Positivity. We're gonna wear crazy. I cut the neckline off all my t-shirts because I'm just like a little cool here. I got hot pink hair. I jingle when I walk. Right? That's what positivity does. And when your mind, if you cannot stay above this is why it's so important for you, Suzanne, and anybody else with positivity. You want to stay up on your thinking, on your mind control. So you stay up, because if we go down, it is ugly. All your life you've been intimidating. I don't find you intimidating, Miriam.
Good, because I'm not.
No, right? But do you have woo also? I can't remember. No, your positivity.
I have woo.
Yeah, look, you act like it's a disease. No, it's big energy. We have the biggest energy next to command. People high in woo. Like, you feel us the minute we walk in the room. And command does not need to be the center of attention like we woo girls do. They will have big energy when things are not clear. That's when they knock their kids' heads together. What do you mean? They start barking orders when they get things are unclear. All right. What other questions do we have? Because gosh, we've been going for an hour and a half and I love every minute. Whoop, whoop. Y'all give me energy. I'm just stealing your energy. All right. Any other questions? Because I do think we're probably ready to kind of finish for this evening. Does everybody feel like they got what they needed tonight? I'm really anxious for y'all to get your beloved to take the assessment. You need more people taking it so that you can learn more about you and them.